Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages or the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through the cards that come out in today's reading for you. So the first card we have is the Judgment card, and we have some Scorpio energy with this. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. And we have the World. And we have the Eight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Swords, and it's in the reverse. So with the Four of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to have, I do feel like especially in a stagnant situation, specifically when it comes to communication, being able to have things moving forward or picking up. I do feel like with this Four of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being ready to be able to tackle something that has been kind of put on hold. I do feel like with this Judgment card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of having a lot of intense feelings within this connection that this person may be expressing to you. I also feel like with the Judgment card showing up over here, it also feels like an energy of wanting to be able to have a second chance. And I do feel like with this Judgment card showing up over here, it does feel like a lot of analysis over whether a second chance would be something that is viable in this connection. I do feel like with the Ten of Wands, with the World card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience a lot of changes at this time. It feels like a transitional energy, especially when it comes to also a lot of life changes at this time. I do feel like with the World card showing up over here, it feels like a sense of completion when it comes to the way something has been done or where you were. It feels like an energy of being ready for the next thing, and even being in a space of being able to actually upgrade. I do feel like with this World card showing up over here, it feels like an energy of being able to actually have a sense of fulfillment with something that has been for a long time, and being ready to be able to have something new or to upgrade something. And I do feel like with this World card showing up over here, this could also be a milestone within a connection with someone. But with this Eight of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a lot of communication coming in. Feels like a lot of messages coming in. But I also get that with this Eight of Wands showing up over here, it also feels like being able to have what feels like a whirlwind kind of energy to the connection. It feels like a strong start. And I do feel like a lot of a lot happening at the same time or at once, and this energy could at times feel overwhelming, but it does feel like it's pretty exciting connection. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Five of Wands, and it is in the reverse. And we have the Death card, and we have some more Scorpio energy with this. And we have the Moon. And with the Moon, we have some Pisces energy as well. Could be dealing with Pisces. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So with this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of someone coming towards you, but I do feel like they're taking their time with it. It does feel like someone kind of being quite cautious when it comes to something that they're offering you or they're approaching you with. But it does feel like an intention to come towards you. And I do feel like with this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy also feels very committed. So it does feel like there's a sense of this person having their sights on being able to offer you something or being able to come towards you with something, and I do feel like they're going to do it. But it does feel like a sense of them not rushing, and they're moving cautiously, but I do feel like it's because they want to be able to ensure that they are doing the right thing. It does feel like also kind of trying to be able to have your best interest at heart when it comes to what they are approaching you with. It does feel like actually being quite considerate as well and cautious when thinking about the long term of things. But I do feel like there is a desire for something that is going to be for the long haul, something that's going to last when it comes to especially their approach to being able to have a connection with you. I do feel like with the Five of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of trying to be able to resolve something. And it does feel like an energy of also trying to make amends. I do feel like this person wanting to be able to get to a place where things feel more so steady, more so peaceful, more so being able to get on the same page within this connection. With the Five of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like there's this desire for reconciliation. And even with the Judgment card showing up over here, it's like they want a second chance. But with this Death card showing up over here, I do feel like something is changing. It feels like something needs to be different. Something needs to change in order to be able to move forward. And I do feel like with the World card showing up over here, it's almost inevitable that something is going to be changing. And with the Death card showing up over here, it also feels like a sense of moving out of an energy that feels like it's not working anymore. It feels stagnant. It feels like it is not going to allow for things. It's not going to persist. I do feel like there are changes on the horizon of this connection. I do feel like with this Death card showing up over here that this also feels like it can be a bit scary, but it does feel like an energy of being afraid of the unknown, because it does feel like a lot of changes and an unknown about what to expect and about the future of things. But with the Death card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of a new start being something better than what is leaving. So with this Moon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of an anxious energy. It does feel like a sense of being a bit nervous about the future, about the future of things, and kind of being in a space where this person is. I do feel like fear is something that is a component of how they are feeling right now. And with this Moon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of, with all of that fear of the future, of the unknown, I do feel like there is also a lot that is to find out about this person. That I do feel like this person also kind of being in a space where it's like they are finding the courage to open up to you about a lot about themselves. So I do feel like there could be communication on the horizon, especially with this Four of Swords showing up over here. And it does feel like this person being more open with you, and I do feel like being able to connect more deeply as a result of that opening up from this person. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have Release Your Ex. Yeah, this could be the one. And we have Romantic Feelings. So with this Release Your Ex card showing up over here, it does feel like there's something that is being let go of, or something that is changing. And I do feel like with this Release Your Ex card showing up over here, it does feel like it's also I do feel like it's for the better of being able to make space for what's to come. With this death card showing up over here, it does feel like an ending, but it also feels like a start of something new. And it does feel like also a lot of past energy kind of being cleared out and making way for something new to take its place. I do feel like there's a strong start to something new that's beginning. It feels like a change, but it does feel like there's a sense of letting go, or a sense of actually moving past something that is happening as well. And I do feel like with the Death card showing up over here, this energy also feels like a lot of resistance as well. And it does feel like a lot of resistance from or to letting go of something that is comfortable, something that is familiar, something that has become the norm. But with this could be the one, this does feel like an energy of having a connection where there is history over here. Do you feel like this person knows you, you know this person? But it does feel like also having a strong a strong gut feeling about what this could be. And I do feel like with this could be the one, you also get this pertaining to the world card showing up over here, being able to have a sense of leveling up your connection and moving things to the next step, or moving things to what is a milestone in your connection. I do feel like there's a sense of also looking at this person as the ideal person. And I do feel like this person also kind of seeing that with you. And with the Judgment card showing up over here, I do feel like a lot of thought being put into that, and even a lot of analysis being put into getting to this place of being able to see things from this perspective. But with the Romantic Feelings card showing up over here, I do feel like there are romantic feelings involved in this connection. A lot of strong feelings, and it does feel like a lot of depth to the emotional connection as well. But the romantic feelings card showing up over here, this does feel like also this person wanting to explore the romantic connection and those romantic feelings in this connection with you. But I do feel like with the moon card showing up over here, it also feels like them kind of being more open with you, also signaling them actually making an attempt to be able to explore this connection further. So it does feel like them kind of putting themselves out there, and I do feel like it is because they want to be able to explore this connection. And I do get that there's a lot of potential here, but I do feel like there's a lot of communication coming in from this person that feels like it's also quite telling, quite revealing in a way that could even feel a little bit sudden or unexpected. But it does feel like this person opening up to you. So those are the messages and getting with these cards for you, Virgo. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Virgo.